If your pork loin keeps turning out dry, it's not the meat, it's how you're finishing it. Today, I'm cooking two identical pork loins. Same seasoning, same smoker, finished differently. One goes low and slow all the way through. The other gets reverse seared at the end. Same cut, completely different results. And one of these methods turns this into something you'll actually want to cook again. These two pork loins were smoked on the same smoker, at the same temperature, with the same pellets. But one final step just changed the different they look at the end. Stay with me and I will show you exactly how to smoke the perfect pork loin. And today we're gonna be smoking a 10 pounds pork loin, bone in with some fat cap on this side. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna cut this in half so we can make it even cook in between here. So let's do a cut in between. Make sure this is almost even. And we're gonna leave the fat cap to protect the pork meat as it's pretty dry. So we're gonna be doing a straight smoking for one side of it, and for the other one, we're gonna do a reverse sear and see which one will be better. For binder, we're gonna be using olive oil. We're applying a light layer of olive oil so our rub sticks to it. We're gonna do the same everywhere. Look at this, it looks fantastic already. Do the same in all sides. So on the fat cap side, I would like to score this slightly without getting into the meat, wherever there is fat. I'm just gonna do a quick cut an inch apart to allow the rub to penetrate all the way to the meat. The same at the top. Then we're gonna turn these around. I'm gonna do it the opposite way. And for the wrap today, we're gonna go with Maritime Madness, straight from PEI, Canada. And a big shout out there to Mandy and the Maritime Madness team, who actually provide all these great flavors on wraps and sausages to make sure I get these great cooks for you guys. Today we're gonna go with Unreal Pepper and Mighty Mesquite. We're gonna start with the pepper, and then we're gonna layer in Mighty Mesquite. Start on the bone side, all the way around. Make sure cover this side here. Pat it in. Next side, Mighty Mesquite. And let's just give this a little bit of color. Same cut, same seasoning, nothing different here. Both loins are getting the exact same rub, so the only thing that change is how we finish them. And now we're gonna leave this sit here for half an hour, 45 minutes, so this rub starts sticking to the meat while we get the smoker ready. Now let's talk about fuel. Today, of course, I'm using Lumberjack, the Pecan blend. Pecan will give our pork a light, nutty flavor that will not overpower the meat. Pecan is great for pork because it's light smoke, and it's slightly sweet, and it gives our pork a great color. Today, I want to give a big shout out to Dylan and Kevin and the team at Lumberjack for making this happen for me. If you really like the bold smoke flavor, please find a Lumberjack dealership in the link below and get the real stuff. You are not going to regret it. Setting the smoker to 225 with super smoke, keeping it low so both loins cook evenly before the finish. And let's put our pork loins in the smoker. Okay, so we're gonna put this fat cap up. I'm gonna put my meter probe right in the middle of this one. And then for this second piece, I'm gonna use the Traeger probe. And I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna stick it right here in the middle of the meat. Make sure we track the temperature accordingly. Same start for both. This is where everything stays equal. Now, patient. Let the smoke do its job. Let's see how we're doing here. Woo, looks great. First, temp check. This is where it matters. This one's sitting at 133 right now. Size changes everything, so you can't cook by time. You have to follow temperature. And the smaller one is around 137, which is ideal temperature to start glazing these beauties. Now we're adding a light glaze for both loins. This is just to build that final layer on the outside.
I'm using the ball and smoking sauce from Maritime Madness here. You don't want to go heavy, just enough so it sets without burning as we finish this. Glaze is set, nice and even across both. Now they're ready for the final step.
And it's time to take the smaller piece out.
As the internal temp has reached 144.
So we're gonna wrap this loose, gonna put it in the warmer while we'll sear the bigger piece. We're gonna ramp up the smoker to 475 degrees and see what happens.
Now ramping the smoker up to 475 degrees for the sear. This is where we build that crust on the outside without overcooking the inside. Because we pulled it earlier, we can heat it with high heat and finish right at that juicy point. High heat, short time. This is what locks in that texture on the outside without pushing the inside too far. You want that color, not overcooked. Look at that finish. Nice crust, clean color all the way around. Now this is where it really shows. Let's cut into it to see our payoff.
Okay, and then here we have the second piece. This is the one that was smoked all the way in. Here on the left is the one that we sear. And here is the one that we smoke all the way in. So we're gonna slice these beauties.
Both loins side by side. Same start, different finish. Let's compare it.
Okay, the moment of truth here. Let's put this on the side. Ooh, this looks great. Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Right through the center. And look at that. Juicy all the way through.
Look at this, guys. Okay, I'm gonna cut through the bone.
Now, the one that was smoked all the way to the end without searing it. It's still cooked through, but you can already see the difference. Less moisture, tighter texture on the inside. Side by side, you can see it. The seared one holds more moisture and a softer texture. That quick high heat finish makes the difference.
Let's grab a piece of this beautiful, oh my God, look at these guys. Let's just grab a piece of this here. This looks perfect. It's the moment of truth. My God. The char around the fat cap and the meat makes a big difference. Let's go with this one, which also looks good. It's just, it doesn't have that finish. So a little piece here on the top. This is good too. It's tender, it's juicy, but it's missing that charred flavor of the outside once you sear the meat. So my winner will be the reverse sear one versus the smoked one. I'll put it here. You guys can see both of them side by side.
Two methods, completely different results, but they are great.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more smoking and barbecuing videos every week, please hit that subscribe and like buttons. And don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I release a video on a weekly basis. See you in the next one.